Hey everybody, it's Andrew from Aero-Gro, and today I just want to go over a quick procedure for replacing the pump in your Germinator in case it burns out. And the way you will know if it's the pump that's at fault is that the normal behavior of these gardens is that if there's water in it, we'll go ahead and put some water in it right now. If there's water in it and it's plugged in and you turn it on and the pump does not come on, but the light does come on, that means that the pump is at fault. Because when you first plug it in and hit this on button, both the pump and the light should come on, and the pump should stay on for 15 minutes, for the first 15 minutes. And then it'll shut off for 45 minutes and come back on for another 15. Okay, so let's say light comes on, the pump does not come on, and you can tell because when you put water in this and we plug this in, let me go ahead and plug this in, and obviously anytime you're working on it you're going to want to unplug your garden, but we just want to put enough water to just cover the pump. And the reason for that is some of the more recent versions of this garden, it has a feature where it will not turn on unless the pump is underwater. That's to prevent the pump from burning out. So there it is, it's plugged in. Now if I hit the button and turn it on, you can see that the light comes on, right? But there's no activity with the pump on the bottom because the pump is burned out for whatever reason. Sometimes they're just weak, and sometimes something happens, a little piece of debris gets in there. Whatever the reason is, we now know that the pump is at fault. So I'll go ahead and I'll shut this down, unplug it in the back, dump out the water. And now in the mail, if you've given me a call and you said, hey, my garden's not working, I need a pump, I've got it diagnosed, send me a pump. I'll send you something like this. It'll just come in a bag, wrapped up in another bag, a bag and a bag and a bag, like everything these days, right? And then you'll just have a replacement pump in there. Looks like this. Little doohickey, the water comes out there. The water actually goes in the side and then gets pumped and shoots out the top. Right? And then the other end just plugs into the base unit back here where the light goes up and down. That's where it plugs in, right? Okay, so what we do first is we're just going to raise up the hood gently, unplug, show you that, unplug the pump. Well, it might be a little sticky. There you go. Unplug the pump from the back. Give it a little wiggle if it doesn't want to come. Sometimes there'll be a little corrosion on that, just because it came in contact with some water, so you'll need to wiggle it a little bit to get it out. Then you'll notice that the cord is kind of pushed into these little indents here so that it stays out of the way of the roots. Just sort of undo that from those little holders. And now using a Phillips head screwdriver, like so, I'd call that a medium, like a medium-sized Phillips head. I'm not really sure what size that is, but yeah, you'll play around with it and see. But anyway, there are two, I should show you this. There are two screws down here holding in the pump, 1 and 2. And then there's a cover. So don't lose it. I don't send you the top and the screws. I only send you the pump. Also, before you take this pump out, you will need to remove this little rubber spray diverter, it's called. And don't lose that either. They're very easy to lose because they're semi-transparent. So keep this, the cover, and the 2 screws in the safe place after you undo them, because we will be reusing those pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to set this down and unscrew these screws. There's 1 and 2. And when you go to retighten them, when you put the pump back, don't over tighten them. Be careful. Just remember, it is plastic. It doesn't need to be super tight. It just needs to hold it in place. Okay, that's it right there. That's the little bad dude that's gone bad on us. Oh boy, I can see wow, it's got a lot of stuff in it. Wow. Oh, that's bad. Look at that. Okay, now let's talk about that. Why did this happen? When I received this garden back, this garden did not have the foam filter that's supposed to be in front of the pump to protect the pump from a variety of hazards. And as a consequence of that, I'm quite sure what has happened is something or a lot of things have gotten in there. As you can see, it's really dirty. And that has just disabled the pump. It's as simple as that. I might even be able to, well, no, probably not revive it at this point. It's probably dead at this point. But that just goes to show you, I mean, it doesn't take much to kill a pump. So keep it clean, reuse the screen. And now we're just going to take the new pump that came in the mail, and we're going to go ahead and plug that in. So tilt this over here. You know what, before I do that, I'm just going to take a towel. It's really dirty in there. Let's take a towel, and I'm just going to kind of wipe out that area where the pump sits on the inside there. I just want that to be just a bit cleaner. It had a lot of, yeah, I don't know what it was. It had a lot of something in there. It had a lot of ugliness, that's for sure. Okay, take the new pump. Is that the new one? Yep, that's the new one. Okay, make sure you're putting in the new pump. Slide that in there. Now, I don't have another screen right here. I didn't realize that was actually the garden that was missing the screen. So I don't have that to show you, but normally the screen, it's a little square thing. It just slips right in there in that little groove. And it should absolutely be used all the time, because roots can kill the pump, and nutrient solution can kill the pump if it clumps up and gets in there. All sorts of things can kill the pump. So keep an eye on it. Well, sorry, I'm bumping the camera there. Then the back, just go ahead and plug that in like that. Spin it back. Add a little bit of water. Put oh, sorry, that's the wrong order. Put the cover back on. We're going to put that, actually, before I fill it all the way, let me go ahead and replace that cover. We will slide. Now you'll see that there is an indent on one side, like a space for the pump to sit. You want the perfectly flat side facing up, okay, facing towards you. So when you put it in, I'll show you that again. So, whoops. So when you put this in place, it would be the perfectly flat side facing you. And you'll just slide it right there, okay? And then you'll take those two screws that I told you not to lose and that I've now probably lost. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, here they are. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put one on the left side and then put the other one on the right side. Like that. Tighten it down. Now remember, just don't go too tight on it. You don't need to clamp it down. It just needs to hold it in place. That's it. And absolutely do not forget to put that foam filter in place. If you need more if you need more foam filters, let me know. But you absolutely should be using that all the time. So I'm going to turn it on to test it just to show you. After, of course, we put the diverter back on. Remember that? Yep, that goes right back in place there. Oh, by the way, when you put this on, it should always be so that the output of this is facing into the tank, so it's kind of swooshing the water all the way around. That's what you want. You want it shooting towards the left, okay, if that makes sense. And now let's get some water up to cover the top of the pump. Now I'm not going to run it too long. I don't want to schmutz the next motor by getting some debris caught in there unless I get a filter put in place. But I just want to show you what you should expect when you now go ahead with the new pump in place. Plug this unit in. As soon as that gets up to level, we'll turn it on. It's just about there. And we turn it on. Oh, what's not plugged in? What's going on? Like that. Okay. So we turn the water off. That's what you should see. You should see the pump circulating the water back into the unit so that it's very, very turbulent. That's ideal. That's exactly what you want. And that is a pump replaced.